Well, hello, and welcome to the Digital Factor, powered by WSI, your fastest way to learn digital. I'm Kelly Biggs, and I am happy to be joined again with my colleagues John Maniatis, Vic Sharma, and Jim Filatico. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Good to be back.
Hey,
Yeah,
Kelly.
great to be here.
Be here.
Yeah, so welcome to the third episode, How to Use LinkedIn More Effectively in 2022. As you know, all digital marketing changes often, and social platforms are no different. Why, in this year alone, LinkedIn introduced stories and then they took them away. So today, we're going to discuss important changes in the LinkedIn algorithm, and we really feel like these are the ones that you need to understand moving forward and into 2022. Be sure to stick around to the end though, because we're going to announce our social giveaway winners.
Yay.
Yay. All right, so back to the topic at hand. The constant buzzword you hear about social media is always algorithms, 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 algorithms. Like I said earlier, today we're going to discuss LinkedIn's changes and I think more importantly, practical tips on how you should think about them for your business. Now, I know Vic, as we were planning for this, you had some very definite thoughts around um, algorithms in general, and then more specifically about algorithms as they relate to LinkedIn. Would you share your thoughts with the audience?
Certainly, Kelly. And, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of content is king, right? So, I was just reading an article before we joined, which talked about that 2/3 of companies are planning to increase their content marketing budget for next year, right? So as you're thinking of 2022, keep that stat in mind, right? So going back to content is king. Look, LinkedIn is a social media networking platform for business people and professionals to connect, people like us, right? So this is once you're on the platform, right? This is what LinkedIn wants us to do. They want us to actively participate. And what do I mean by actively participate, right? They want us to drive conversations and discussions by posting high quality content, right? That makes us, right, our peers like us, right, have that eureka moment, that wow moment where we learn something new, gain insights, and more importantly, drive that conversation, right? Kind of weighing on that discussion. So think about it, right? You go in LinkedIn, you're either reading, viewing, listening to something interesting, right? So what's the likelihood, right, that you've read something? You're more likely to post a comment, and this is what LinkedIn exactly wants us to do. They want us to engage and drive that conversation, drive that discussion. So if you are that creative person, which I think we all have it in us to do that. You're that professional, that expert, right? So how do you do it, right? So invest in developing high quality content, what I call sticky content, right? That engages your peers. Now, this takes time, it takes effort, it takes focus and commitment as well, right? So be careful what you sign up for here, right? And but look, by posting that high quality content, right, you are becoming that thought leader, and you will be recognized as a subject matter expert in your field, where then peers, industry folks will want to follow you, will want to connect with you, right? So, but one caveat I do want to mention: you want to be careful on how when you're writing content, how that you don't come across as too salesy, or you're really promoting your services, right? So let your expertise, right, be that door opener for new connections and leads, right? So why invest in content on LinkedIn? I'm going back to my first principles, right? Is to create brand awareness, build that trust, educate your customers, leads, prospects, grow that relationship, right? And build that relationships and generate and nurture those leads once you build those relationships. Not too quickly, but let your expertise speak for itself. So, John, I'd love to get your perspective, probably a little bit more on the technical side. So, please.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Vic. I want to pick up from where Vic left off, and a comment that Kelly made earlier about the constant changes in algorithms. So LinkedIn, of course, made a few changes with its algorithm, and a lot of it picked up on what Vic said. It's all about content. They care about promoting engagement. They care about prioritizing relevant content. And so grabbing attention is important, but it's no longer enough for LinkedIn. Likes are not enough. In fact, LinkedIn wants you to click on that see more button so you can engage even further. And so they developed this very neat metric. It's probably the best quality metric for this, and it's called dwell time. And it's exactly what it says. They want you to dwell on that individual's content. So posts with the highest dwell times are going to get the highest exposure and the highest reach. But posts with the lowest dwell times, they'll actually get kicked out of the newsfeed. So you really will not get that reach and exposure you're hoping for. Google wants you to linger on that platform, and dwell is definitely the right word. Now,
you said Google. I think you meant LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, certainly. Actually, Google likes it too, but LinkedIn.
They're all connected, aren't they, in many ways?
Yeah. Now, an area where LinkedIn definitely wants you to dwell is this new little feature, which is right on your LinkedIn profile. And thank you, Kelly, for bringing up your profile. That circle where Kelly is featured is a new tool, and it's a video tool. It allows you, and it's called a LinkedIn cover story. But the most important point is that it allows you to express anything you want, but most people are using it to tell their professional story, to really let you know what their business is about and some of the interesting features about their business. Again, you can take it where you want to go, but I love this tool because it speaks to this dwelling kind of concept and engaging kind of concept that LinkedIn's all about. And other things you can do to increase your dwell time, things like polls give you 80 to 100% boost. PowerPoint is your best friend on LinkedIn. Convert your PowerPoint into a PDF, make it a slideshow, and you get 15% boost. Add blog posts, add articles, add charts, add infographics. All of that increases dwell time, and make sure you give more than 6 lines of content. Otherwise, LinkedIn isn't too happy. And last but not least, a little bonus tip, make sure you add calls to action to all your posts, because that leads back to your website, of course.
Well, thanks so much, John. All those were important tips. And I think, Vic, you alluded to it in the dwell time as well, which is algorithms are fine. What we care about is engagement and creating high quality content. So I wanted to talk about a big thing that enables that little circle. I call it like the Harry Potter effect that comes out where you can introduce yourself. Is that's enabled by something called creator mode. LinkedIn introduced that in, I think it was an August timeframe for everyone. So if you want a Harry Potter moment, you get a Harry Potter moment. But I think before we do that, it's important for us to think about, is that right for me? So don't install or do anything. Don't chase the shining objects. We're going to talk to you. Hopefully by the end of this, you'll know whether it's for you or not. So one of the things that happens in creator mode is the expectation is that you're actually going to create content. And so if you don't want to sign up to create at least 5 posts a week with LinkedIn, do not turn on creator mode. You're just going to hurt yourself, your brand, the algorithms. You don't want to do that. So that's number one. I want to go back and share my screen to show you just a few things that make it really important. So the other thing that you want, one of the things that come up are these 5 hashtags, and you get to choose what the hashtags are. I'm going to pull back away from this and let you, Jim, talk a little bit about the hashtags, both as they relate to creator mode and then just also how they relate in terms of in general post.
Great. Thanks, Kelly. So when you sign in and start to create your creator mode type profile, you have the opportunity to choose up to 5 areas of expertise, 5 things that you're going to post about, and that becomes your hashtag. So for us, it may be digital marketing, hashtag digital marketing. So with those 5 hashtags, you want to focus your content on that. You want to make sure that you are following others with that content. And what happens is when you use those, you want to make sure that when you post something about a specific subject, that your hashtag matches. You don't want to be mismatched with hashtags and content. But what happens then is you become more of an expert. And when people search just for that subject, you'll be found if you use that hashtag. So it's important that you choose the right ones, the ones that you want to focus on, and the ones that you have enough knowledge and expertise that you can become that subject matter expert. But it's not just for creator mode. It's not just only using creator mode. As a traditional, normal LinkedIn poster, you should be using hashtags. Why do you want to use hashtags? It helps users find content, the content that they're looking for when you use that specific hashtag. When you do that, you're discovered by more than just your followers or your connections, because it increases your reach by using hashtags. So people that you're not connected to will find your content as long as they're searching for that kind of content based on that hashtag. You want to post 3 to 5 hashtags per post. If you do less than 3, you actually reduce your reach by 40%. If you do more than 5, you reduce your reach by 20%. And then that's kind of, you're trying to be everything to everybody. So that's why LinkedIn doesn't like that. It slaps you on it with the algorithm. One of the things that's interesting is that some people are under the school of thought that you want to put the hashtags within the sentence, within your content. Some of them say, no, you have to put it at the bottom of your post. It doesn't matter. LinkedIn doesn't care. As long as they're in there, they're happy. But make sure that, again, you're focused on the content and your hashtags match. That's really critical. Another thing that's interesting is these personal hashtags. That's become more and more popular. What is it? It's basically either using hashtag your company name or hashtag your name and company name. And when you create that personal hashtag, you're basically setting up and creating your own community. You begin to establish more credibility because you're a hashtag now, right? So it's kind of cool. And it also helps you tap into other followers by using that hashtag. And when they follow you, then they don't miss out on your content, right? There's a better chance that they're going to come upon your content in the news feed. When you do that, depending on the number of followers you have, if you have 400 to 800 followers, you actually increase your engagement by 7% by using a personal hashtag. If you have 800 to 1,500 followers, 12% engagement increase. And over 2,000 followers, 15% engagement. So it's not just a fun thing to do. It actually does help with reach and engagement. So using hashtags is important, regardless of whether you're involved with a creator mode or not. I suggest you use them. And I think, Kelly, you have some more info for us on the creator mode.
I do. Thanks for keying that up. So we're just going to go through the creator mode and kind of the not fors and also who it is for and what the differences are. So really in the next section, this is something you were talking about, Jim, and that is this thing called followers. And so followers, for most people, they think about Twitter. I know I do. And this was something that was created for creator mode for LinkedIn. Basically, if you're a subject matter expert, you want people to follow you because the posts that you're going to post are related to that, so they can easily type that in and then they become your followers and start looking at you to be a person, a thought leader, versus a connection. And the numbers are the same, but with connections, these are people, when you think about connecting, you think about relationship building. And so I feel a certain kind of way about it. It actually is one of the reasons that I kind of struggled with whether or not I was going to even turn on creator mode, because I hated the idea of people following me or me following people. But I've come to terms with it, and I do have creator mode turned on. But that's something that you want to think about. And quite honestly, a rule of thumb me, because it's going to show that, is if you don't have at least 1,000 followers, don't turn it on. Actually, the recommendation is 2,000. I don't. I haven't seen where that's going to affect it too much, but definitely do not do it sub 1,000. The next area, well, first of all, you're probably like, well, I want this creator mode. Show me how, show me what to do. This is where you're going to look for it. You're going to go to your profile. Then you're going to scroll down and you'll see this area here called resources. In resources, you'll have this option and it has creator mode. And so I can click creator mode, and then you see I can toggle between on and off, which is really a good thing, because when I'm doing outreach campaigns, I turn off the creator mode. I don't want to invite people to follow me. Like, who am I? Like, don't do that. I'm inviting people to connect with me. So then here's where I can decide which are the 5 hashtags that I want, but you can only do 5 at a time, but you're not committed. You're not committed. So that's a great thing. But then the next thing that happens is you also get to the next thing that comes up for you is featured. Now, if you don't have this turned on, the next thing that comes up about you is about me. And so that's where people can read about who you are. But if I'm a creator and I'm sharing all this wonderful content, I want you to see my content first. And so it gives me the opportunity to tell you that we were featured in a franchise magazine. It gives me the opportunity to thank my customer who gave me a 5-star review. It gives me the opportunity to push you to the local SEO ebook that I have for you to download. So whatever I want to feature, I basically have my own featured call to actions or about me in a visual way. And we've talked about how powerful visuals can be. And then after that is where you see my about me is way down on this, as opposed to it being next. So if you want to figure out how to feature something, I'll show you that really quickly, because I know you guys all want to see who won. Me too. So let me see. I think because I'm going live, it's taking a little bit of time. Here is where I want to go. I'll go to my posts. So if I go to a post and I click on my posts, then what I could do, basically, look, this is my LinkedIn Live. If I wanted to take this is so cool. I just click feature this on the top of my profile. And then actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that, because that's what I want people to see, is that I was on LinkedIn Live with you guys in the digital factor. So that is it. I mean, we've talked about a lot. Jim, do you want to do a quick recap for us?
Sure. So, Kelly mentioned this, that creator mode may not be for everybody, but for those folks that are out there that really want to be thought leaders, that really want to be known as subject matter experts, this is great for you. And if you think about it, only 5% of LinkedIn people actually post. And so if you really want to stand out, if you really want to be a thought leader, this would be something great to do. Join sign up for the creator mode and really start to drive your content and drive yourself towards becoming that thought leader. But the opposite side of the coin is if you're saying, you know what, this isn't for me, why the hell did I spend 20 minutes listening to you guys? It's okay. You can still use this information even if you don't turn on creator mode. So Vic talked about content. Content is king. We said that last time we met. It's still the case. And so it's still important to post. It's still important to post at least 3 times a week. If you want to do more, we post usually 5 or 6 times a week. But you want to make sure that it's good content. It's information that people want to learn about, that they're seeking out, and that you have good information and solid, sticky information that people want to learn about, right? And if they're doing that, you're becoming a thought leader, whether you're in creative mode or not. Secondly, it increases your dwell time, like John talked about. So you want people to stay on your post, stay on your information longer, and that helps you with your algorithm to be found more. And it allows LinkedIn to kind of open up a little bit more on how many people they want to see your posts. as you create that dwell time, you create good content, you're increasing that. Also, like I was talking about hashtags, you want to make sure you're using those hashtags. That again will increase your reach, because it's people that are searching that may not know who the heck you are, but they're searching that particular subject. Now they may come across you as you start to grow your presence on LinkedIn. So it can be good for some people. It may not be for everybody, and we don't think it is for everybody, but it also, those little tidbits can help. And like Kelly was talking about, all of these things just help you kind of differentiate yourself and kind of set yourself up for better engagement, better reach, and potentially more connections and more followers and more business ultimately on, coming through LinkedIn. So that kind of wraps it up. John, I think you're going to be the one to give us the exciting news on the giveaway.
Yes, thanks, Jim. It's a real privilege to be in this situation. We're definitely going to be giving out more giveaways in the new year in 2022. But thinking about this one, I probably should have had a drum or at least a cowbell or something to make the announcement. But the 4 winners of the free Get Social giveaway package are Jay Scaturo from Farmers Insurance. Number 2, Ward from Alley and Bird. Number 3, Bill Pelly from Zeratech. And last but not least, Harold K. Self. Congratulations, everyone. We're really looking forward to meeting you. And our goal is to get in touch with you by the end of the day, at least by email. Just to reiterate for everybody, the Get Social package includes 1-hour digital marketing consultation, a search engine optimization audit, and 12 social media posts that are curated for the audience of your choice. Again, congratulations, everybody.
Wow, exciting. Congratulations. I see we have one comment that came from Dwayne. Great, glad you enjoyed the event. Oh, actually another one saying good information. So good stuff there. Also, just want to remind everybody that we are going to do episode number 4 coming up in January on the 25th, I think it is.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about, drum roll, Instagram for business. That's right. I didn't Instagram for business. It is for business. And we're going to talk about how and what they're doing to move that ball forward. I know we're at time. However, I just got to ask you guys, holidays are coming up. I want to know from you, what is your favorite thing about the holidays? I'm going to take it to the Canadian side first. John, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Kelly. Just the cold alone in Canada makes this the most important thing in my household, which is being cozy with a lot of my kids. We have a big family. I have 4 kids, and they're all a lot older, lead really, really busy lives. So for me, it's that opportunity to just get up and close and understand what's going on in their lives. And the holidays allow me to do that.
Awesome. What about you, Jim?
Same with John. My kids are older now, but they want to stick with the traditions they had since they were little kids. And one of the traditions we do is every Christmas Eve, we do fondue. And, when you talk about, hey, do you guys want to switch that up? No way. They want to stick with the tradition. So it's really cool to kind of keep that going, even with the grandchild, which we have to worry about the fondue, obviously, but it's really fun to do.
Awesome. Vic.
Yeah, so Jim, I'm joining you from good fondue. I'll bring some good cheese over and chocolate as well.
Yeah.
So for just like you guys, right? It comes down to family, right? Just having that downtime and finally, engaging with them, connecting with them. So it's family and downtime for me. And how about you, Kelly?
Well, for me, I'm not going to lie. I'm a gift person, meaning I like to receive them. No, seriously. Other than that, though, every Christmas Eve, we obnoxiously wear ugly Christmas sweaters. I got one on now.
There you go.
So, ugly Christmas sweaters. We sing. We do karaoke. Now it's karaoke for us, and we eat all kind of favorites that we cook, and we just enjoy being together and playing games. So I'm looking forward to our Christmas Eve and then opening hopefully a really nice present. Well, as usual, guys, it's been so great. I have to say, as we approach the new year, one of the things that I'm extremely thankful for is for each of you guys. We've just really done so much together. We got this. We did it. It was something we set our minds on, and we did it. And we're at episode 4. It is coming up.
Yeah.
Episode 3 in the books.
All right. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah.
Take care.
And
Have a
happy
great
holidays.
holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, guys.
Bye-bye.